Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Juice Baseball channel, and welcome back to another episode of the New York Mets Legends Fantasy Draft Series here on MLB The Show 23. In the last episode, we had Game 7 of the World Series. So if you didn't see it, or for some reason you missed it, I don't know what happened, you were underneath a rock, I have no idea. You were underneath Dwayne Johnson, I have no idea what happened. But if you didn't see it, go back and watch it. Game 7 of the World Series, obviously you can see on the screen, though I probably spoiled it for you, but that's okay. We won Game 7 of the World Series. We got our revenge. Now, unfortunately, it wasn't against the Chicago White Sox, who we did lose to in Season 1 in the World Series, but we did it. Back-to-back World Series appearances, and this time we had a better record in the regular season, and we got the World Series done. Now, it took us a little bit longer than I would have liked. I would have hoped for maybe a sweep or a five-game series win against the A's, but it took us 7, but we got there in the end, and we did it. We did it. So go back and watch Game 7 if you're curious on how we did it. And now it's time for the postseason. Now, a postseason in a Legends series is really different than a postseason in any other series. Because what I like to do in a Legends series is sign all the Legends. So what we're going to do is we're going to see who's available, and we're just going to go from there. So let's advance the day past the postseason. I didn't even see, we saw who won the awards, right? I have to go back and check because I'm not familiar. Any big retirements? We lost Johnny Cueto and Yoenis Cespedes. Yoenis! That's fine. They're not super impactful, but is there any big names? Max Scherzer calls it a career. That's about the biggest name. Okay. I'm assuming... Oh, no. Max Scherzer didn't make the Hall of Fame? Oh, MLB The Show. Get out of here. Max Scherzer's a shoo-in for the Hall of Fame. And I can't see the awards, but that's okay. I'll see him next season. So we've got one exclusive free agent, and that's Kenley Jansen. I might probably like to bring him back. I don't see a problem, but 1 year in $20 million is a little bit too much for me, for Kenley. So I'll bump it up to $4 million a year. I don't really want to do the $20 million offer. I think that's a little bit too expensive. And we're going to keep our manager, maybe. We need a first base coach. Let me just take a quick little peek skis at the managers for hire. Dave Roberts, but I always go for Dave Roberts. I don't really want to go get Dave Roberts this time. And I don't even know if I can get him. Ooh, David Ross, though. You know what? I think we are going to change up our manager. I don't have a problem with Isaac Stratton, but I mean, he's given us negative things, so we might as well change up Jeremy Hefner too. I don't want to see attribute grade, but let's get our first base coach figured out at the beginning here, and let's go for Frank Adeline because he's got all positives. So let's offer him a nice little fat contract, and he'll probably accept that. Okay, so now let's go to managers. Let's fire Hefner. Bye-bye. And then let's fire Stratton. So now let's go to managers. Do we want AJ Hinch? AJ's an interesting guy. We could go for Deacon Parks or David Sanders, but I kind of want David Ross. That's kind of what I'm feeling right now. I'm kind of feeling a little David Ross action up in here. I know he gives us -1 on the hitting per 9, but I think we can get past that. I'm going to give David Ross a fatty. He's going to get a fat contract, and hopefully he accepts it. We'll give him even more money. I'll give him even fatter of a contract. He should accept that. Okay, and then we need a pitching coach as well. So we'll just take a look. And Dirk Rivera makes the most sense. So we will give him a fatty as well. There we go. We got some new options, some submitted offers. I'm hoping everybody accepts. The only guy that I wouldn't see accepting is David Ross, but we'll find out. He's only 44. We offered Kenley Jansen, so we'll just move on a couple days and see what he accepts. David Ross accepts the Marlins offer as the farm director? Oh, that's unbelievable. Unbelievable he accepted the offer there. All right, let's go get a new manager. We could go for Isaac Stratton again, but he's getting offers from the Braves and stuff. Alfredo Rosado, maybe. I don't know. That was my guy. That was my guy. Is there any other real life guys that we could go for? David Bell, don't want to go there. We could take Jeremy Hefner and move him up from pitching coach to head coach or head manager. That'd be pretty interesting. That'd be fun, but he's not good enough to do that. I'm just going to quickly go through and look for real life names. And if I see any that I am intrigued by, then maybe we offer them. but I'm not really seeing anybody. John Jay. I'm not really seeing anybody that piques the old interest. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go for somebody that has good traits, like a Rick Carlton type or a Peter Crosby. The -1 pitching clutch could hurt us in the end, but we're not going to go for him. We're going to go for, where's he at? Rick Carlton, 46 years old. We're going to offer him a fat contract, and hopefully he accepts. I can't believe David Ross chose the farm director spot. Dirk Rivera is now our new pitching coach. Rick Carlton's our new manager. And Adeline is our new first base coach. So we got every single person signed up on the staff. You love to see it. And Kenley Jansen accepted his 2-year deal, so that's good as well. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Today's the last offer for qualifying, or the last chance to offer qualifying offers. We don't have any more, so we are going to move past that. And now free agency is open. So we've got some contracts to tender, which I will get to. We've got some salary arbitration, which is not going to take too much time because there's only 4 guys here. But then we've got the big boy, Juan Soto, here in free agency. It's not looking like there's any super amazing legends available, which is kind of interesting. I was hoping that some of their contracts would be up, and maybe they were. They just got re-signed by their teams. But there's a few guys. Jason Bay is available. I don't know if any of these... The problem with our team is we're so good. We're so good that if we want to make any names, any noise, either we have to sign somebody that's this good or trade for somebody. That's the problem. And I think we're going to trade Tom Glavine. Tom Glavine was a good pitcher for us, but he kind of sold towards the end, and he wasn't really the main guy that I wanted anyway. We just got him because we had some more room to get somebody when we traded for Barry Bonds. So who we have to bring back in this tender contract situation. So I'm going to go do all this stuff. I'm going to tender contracts. I'm going to offer the arbitration. And I'm going to get all that stuff sorted. And then I will bring you guys back when that's all done. And we can start figuring out who we want to sign for free agency. Because there's some interesting names in here, certainly. But we'll have to figure out what we want to do with it. I'll see you guys when I'm done. Okay, we've got it all done. I've got my contracts tendered. Everybody's got a new contract in here. It was mainly just these top guys right here and then a bunch of filler players to fill out the minor league system. And then I offered the arbitration as well to everybody. So that is all figured out, all settled, and I'm expecting all those guys to accept their contracts. Now we get to the juicy bits. We've got salary to spend on free agency. Is there anybody in this free agent period that would even make a dent in the rotation? I mean, maybe we could get a bullpen guy. We could maybe move on from somebody here and get somebody better in the bullpen, because there's a couple guys like AJ Minter, Lucas Sims, Gallegos. Some of those guys can make a roster spot, or we could just sign a closer and make them a bullpen guy. That's also a possibility. But then in the hitting portion of the free agency, there's not really anybody that is better than who we have. We have pretty much everybody that's good, except for maybe Michael Young, who was just on that A's team that played us in the World Series. So poaching him from a rival, a quote-unquote rival, could be fun. Obviously, Juan Soto's here. That's always fun, but we have him in the Royal Series, so maybe we want to stay away from him here. Jason Bay could be cool. He had 35 home runs between 2 teams. I don't know. Oh, we traded him away. That's right. He was. Oh, we had him in New York. No, we didn't. I was looking down here for some reason. We didn't have him in New York. The Yankees had him, but then they traded him somewhere. I don't know where they traded him to. It doesn't say. I wish it would tell me. But he had 35 home runs. He had a pretty good season. Then in the center field spot, you got Larry Doby. He was on the White Sox. He played us in the World Series last year, and he was pretty good. But he had a really good season this year. He's a 97 overall. And then you got Sean Green, who also was on that Oakland team. It looks like Oakland might struggle to bring their own guys back. I mean, they are the only offers on both Michael Young and Sean Green. But still, maybe we go in and offer. Throw a little wrench in their plans. You never know. I think the most fun we can have is in trades. The only problem is not a lot of guys are going to be under contract. Actually, more guys than you would expect are under contract. So that's fun. Where is A-Rod at? A-Rod, remember, A-Rod's my white whale in this series. It's not Juan Soto this time. It is A-Rod. Is he playing third base or is he playing shortstop? I can't remember. I think he's playing third base. Alex Rodriguez, where you are? Actually, he's playing shortstop. It must be Must be playing shortstop. There he is. Alex Rodriguez. He's got such a little contract, but he's got signed for 10 years. So he's a big one, and it's going to take so much to get him. What is a suggested trade? Is it any possibility? It's Lou Gehrig, Mickey Mantle, and Derek Jeter is all that they want. How about Jorge Posada? Hip hip Jorge. How about no? And how about I give you, I don't want to give you Alfonso Soriano. He dominated the postseason. How about I give you Ian Kinsler? No, that doesn't really do much. Wade Boggs? Ooh, okay. Wade Boggs is a possibility. I can listen about Wade Boggs. What about if I also throw in Mike Trout, Willie Mays? I can't give up Willie Mays. What about Bryce Harper? Bryce Harper barely moves the needle. Sammy Sosa, Greg Maddux, Tom Glavine, Ohtani doesn't even do it. Babe Ruth barely does anything. King Felix does a lot. Not enough, but he does a lot. What about if I do suggest trades with Wade Boggs involved? Then it's Lou Gehrig and Derek Jeter. Oh, okay. Vida Blue, Joe Nathan. Nobody on the bullpen is going to do anything. Wagner, Mariano, Johnny Bench. Johnny Bench does slightly. Lou Gehrig. I don't want to give up Lou Gehrig. I like Lou. But it's A-Rod. It's A-Rod. I want A-Rod. I do. Because I can move him to third base. And then I can have Jeter and A-Rod on the same team again. That's what I want. Give me what I want. I can't even trade Bonds. I wouldn't trade Bonds anyway, but I can't even trade Bonds. They don't even want Trout. That's weird. They don't want Trout at all? You're telling me you don't want Michael Trout? Michael Fishman? You don't want the Fish Man? That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. I don't know if it's going to be possible without giving up a Lou Gehrig type player. Obviously, we have Albert Pujols, so it's not that big of a deal to give up Lou Gehrig, but I like Lou. I like him. I want him to be a guy. He's a guy for us. Even if I give up Lou, I'm not giving up Jeter. So who's the other guy? Not even Tom Glavine. Felix doesn't get it done. David Price. Babe Ruth doesn't even push it across. Who's the guy to get it done besides Johnny Bench doesn't even do it? Soriano. I don't think there's anybody other than Derek Jeter that would get this deal to go through. Not even Mike Trout does it. Everybody gets real close, but it looks like it's only Derek Jeter. So we're going to have to hold off on the A-Rod deal. That sucks. I want you, A-Rod. I want you in my belly. We'll have to wait on it for a little bit longer. I do want to trade Tom Glavine. So let's talk about starting pitchers. We're going to trade away Tom Glavine for Jose Fernandez, maybe? Question mark? Probably not. Why does it say he's 30 years old? I'm going to change that. Who's the starting pitcher that I want? Roger Clemens? Ooh, that's a little bit more doable. It's slightly doable. Slightly doable. Maybe he's a possibility. What about... Who else is on the table here? Randy Johnson? I could do straight up Randy Johnson. The big unit. Slapping his big unit around. I do like the sound of that. Kurt Schilling... Trevor Bauer, Pedro, or Nolan Ryan. That could be cool. We could also get something else for Nolan Ryan. Who else do they have in the Diamondbacks organization? They have Nolan Arenado, who just won an award, I think. I'm pretty sure he won an award. I have no idea if he did or not. Ty Cobb, can't get him. Ichiro. Oh, Ichiro. But we can't trade for it because he doesn't have a contract. Screw you! I don't think I want Nolan Arenado. Or not Nolan Arenado. I don't think I want Nolan Ryan. But who else would I want? Honestly, it's probably between Jose Fernandez, maybe even Sandy Koufax. That could be fun. It's probably between Jose Fernandez, Sandy Koufax, and Roger Clemens. Those are probably the guys that I'm looking at. Maybe Randy Johnson. the big unit, just so I can say that he's slapping his big unit around. I do like saying that. Where's the other Randy Johnson? I'm pretty sure there's 2 Randy Johnsons in here. One's younger and one's older. Where is the other Randall Johnson? Oh, Randy, where are you? Where's he at? Did I pass him already? There's Roy Halladay, I saw. I don't see him anywhere. Maybe he's that low. He couldn't have been that low of an overall. I don't know. He's not on our team, is he? I don't have the other. No, I don't have the other Randy Johnson. I think I'm going to go for Roger Clemens. Get the little bloody sock action going on. Where's he at? He's on the Reds, I think. Oh, no, he's not on the Reds. He's on the Twins. Schilling's on the Reds. There he is. Roger Clemens. Unfortunately, if we went for Randy Johnson, we would have to trade anything else, but we do have to trade something else to get Roger on the team. What do they want? They want Dermis Garcia? Kind of. I'll give you Dermis Garcia. I don't have a problem with that. And I could give them Evan Longoria, but I could also, I have a bunch of left fielders, and I have a bunch of outfielders in general, and I don't need all of them. How about Micker Rodolfo? You want him? They do. Tom Glavine going to Minnesota to get ourselves Roger Clemens. That's a nice rotation now. We got Maddox, we got Clemens, we got Ohtani, we got Babe Ruth and Felix. Oh, baby, baby, I love it. I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. Give it to me. All right, who else do we want to trade? Do we want to get some fresh faces at catcher? Maybe. Do we want to trade Johnny Bench? I do like me some Johnny Bench, but we could take a look at the market, see what's available. Joe Mauer is a possibility. I do like Joe Mauer. But is anybody going to be able to put up the production that Johnny Bench put up? That's the question. Johnny Bench was a very good catcher for us this year. So if we're going to trade somebody, we're going to trade for somebody who is of the same quality. Yogi Berra? That could be fun, getting Yogi Berra. I don't think I've ever gotten Yogi Berra in any Legend series I've ever done. That could be very fun. Is he a power guy? What's his attributes? He's not super powerful. Johnny Bench is more powerful. Gary Carter, he's got power, but he didn't really hit a lot of home runs this year. I don't know. I'm not really seeing anybody that I want to trade. Joe Torre could be cool. He's super old, though. Obviously got Mike Piazza with the needle in his back. That could be fun. We know the power that Piazza has. Bring him back to New York. He was with New York his entire career? No. He was with the Dodgers. Yeah, that's right. I didn't think he was with the entire career. But he didn't. I'm pretty sure he had the 9/11 home run, right? The first game played after 9/11. I'm pretty sure he had a home run to win the game or something like that. If I'm mistaken, I apologize. But the only problem is Johnny Bench is only 24. Piazza's 30. So if we were going to trade, I'd like to get a little bit more back, but they want something else. That's the only problem. I'm not trading for Yadier Molina. You could forget that. Get that out of my face. Joe Mauer. Maybe Johnny Bench is the same kind of guy we go for. We keep. Maybe we keep him around. Sammy Sosa did not perform like he did last season, but he also got benched too, so. Because who do we play at right field? We play Bonds in left. Then Mantle plays center. Oh, and then I think Willie Mays plays right or something like that. Bonds plays right. Somebody plays right. It's not the guy that you would think. I kind of want to try to trade for Jose Bautista, but he doesn't have a contract right now. I kind of want to trade for Jose Bautista. Or Ichiro. That could be fun. Or obviously Fernando Tatis. I could get Fernando Tatis. Wouldn't be that hard. What about if I trade Bryce Harper for Tatis? Ooh. What about if I go for the younger Bryce Harper? For the older Bryce Harper? Not going to be easy to do. But I definitely want to get guys that... Ooh, I can get Hank Aaron. Henry Aaron, a little Henry Aaron action. I might have to wait a little bit longer for some of these guys to accept contracts. How did Aaron Judge do? He had 35 home runs. Nothing crazy. But I might have to wait a little bit longer for some of these guys to accept contracts. Johnny Bench is our #1 player in the entire team, which is kind of crazy. But we got our new pitcher, so that's fun. We got ourselves our new starter. He's probably going to go #2 right there. Okay, let's simulate a little bit. I don't think I'm going to actually offer any free agents. I don't really need to. I don't see any reason why. I mean, we could offer a closer and put him in the bullpen, I guess. If anything, maybe like an Eric Gagne type, just to have somebody else in the bullpen. But definitely no people in the hitting side of things we need to offer. I don't really see, unless we could do them for trade bait. Oh, I didn't think about that. Maybe we try to offer some of these guys strictly for trade bait, or we try to ruin the Oakland A's. I could do that. That could be fun. You know, I think I am going to offer Eric Gagne just for another person to have in the bullpen. So we're better than the Orioles there. And then Pete Alonso has nobody offering him. Maybe what we do is we try to poach somebody like a Jason Bay. We could try to poach a Jason Bay and then trade him, or poach a Larry Doby and trade him, because that would get revenge on our true rivals, the White Sox. So that could be something. I'll throw an offer at Larry Doby, and then we can talk about trading him in the future. I don't know if he's going to accept that. And I'll throw an offer at Jason Bay strictly for trading purposes. Maybe we can throw him in a trade with somebody else, and then possibly get some better players that we actually want. And I'll go and offer on Sean Green. I don't know if he's going to accept. He might just accept the A's offer. We'll give him that, and we're battling with the A's and all these guys. And I could throw Juan Soto a deal, but he's probably just going to accept that's too hard to battle with the Blue Jays. But those are some of the higher overall players. And then Madison Bumgarner at starter. He had a 15-7 season. He did pretty well. This is the Madison Bumgarner from the 2010s who was winning those World Series. Roy Oswalt, Corbin Burns, Shane Biebs, the Biebs. Tim Lincecum could be fun. Throw an offer at Bummy. Let's throw an offer at the Bum Man. Give him a 4-year deal, 3-year deal, $82 million. See what he accepts. They're offering him a 9-year deal for the Red Sox. We'll see what he says. So our offers are Larry Doby, I think it's Doby though, Sean Green, Bumgarner, Jason Bay, and Gagne. Most of these guys are trade bait. The only guy that I would consider keeping would be Gagne and maybe Bumgarner. I don't know, but we'll figure it out. I don't even know if those guys will sign with us. But let's start simulating in a few days, see what happens. Doby has accepted the White Sox offer. No surprise there. But Sean Green, we stole him away from the A's, and now we can trade him. And Jason Bay signs with us. Soto signs with the Red Sox. He didn't even sign with the Blue Jays, who had the big offer. That's crazy. Then we do the Roger Clemens deal. Wow, some interesting moves happening already in free agency. So that means that the Red Sox are even further down now because the Astros have come in on Bumgarner. What a crazy sign, though. The freaking boys, Blue Jays, didn't even sign Juan Soto. They were the only guys in on him until we started simulating. That's kind of crazy. Ooh, now the A's might lose Michael Young. We stole Sean Green from the A's, so that's good. And now we can trade him away and get something hopefully pretty good for him. I don't even know what his value is. Let me go to the trade thing and take a look at Sean Green's value. Oh, he's got good value, not amazing. It's not amazing value. He can get some okay players. We can get Mookie. We can get some okay players. Nothing too crazy. But that is nice having a guy that away from the A's, so we ruined their season or their next year. Tom Henke gets traded from the Giants to the Rangers for a couple bad prospects. Okay, interesting. Has anybody else signed? It would tell me, right? Ooh, all the tender contract guys have signed. Perfect. So Barry Bonds is back on a big contract. Well, not a big contract, but he's back. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And hopefully more guys are accepting their deals as well. It looks like they are, kind of. There's still some guys holding out, like Jose Batista. But he might be on... He's not on arbitration, is he? He's unrestricted, so he should just sign at some point. The problem with going for guys for arbitration for trades is they have to wait so long to try to trade for them. So let's keep moving on. We get Madison Bumgarner a 3-year deal, so that's possible trade bait. Possible trade bait. Richie Bush is the only guy waiting. Okay. Free agency. We're still waiting on Gagne. I think we should be able to get him. And that's funny that he's the only guy that I actually kind of wanted. But he's the last guy that we're waiting on. Okay, so now we've got an interesting rotation here. We can obviously trade some other people. We're going to have to, because we got a lot of players. But that's why we signed those guys. We signed them for trade bait. So that's why we have a guy like, where's he at? Jason Bay. He's got better value than Sean Green does, but if we put him together, that doesn't do much. I thought that would make it really big. Could I get... We could get a 70 Leo Lucero from the Orioles. That's kind of crazy. We can get some okay players here. There's some really good players. But they're not the guys that I'm looking for. I'm looking for freaking A-Rod. Is this a deal for A-Rod? These two guys put together with Lou Gehrig? I'll put Lou Gehrig in the deal. They wanted Lou Gehrig. I'll do it. Give me Alex Rodriguez. No, it doesn't get it done. What about if I take out Sean Green and I add in, who was the other guy that they wanted besides Jeter? Oh, it was Glavine, wasn't it, that we had in there? That sucks. Baumgartner. No. The misery. Oh, they would take Pujols, but I don't want to give up Pujols. Oh, it was Wade Boggs. That's who it was. No! I thought that I had it. They didn't want to give it to me. Just give it to me. 40-man roster is ready to go. We got to figure that out. Oh, Gagne signed with us. Perfect. I do have to figure out this 40-man roster, though. We have 43 guys currently on the 40-man roster. So who's not going to be on this, man? Domingo Lopez, you're a good player. Actually, you're too good to give up. Richie Bush, you can go off the 40-man. If you get signed, it's fine. Not going to give up in my top 50s. Who else? Kershaw, at this point, you can probably be off the 40-man. You're not going to... You might get picked up, but you're not gonna make the big league roster at this point. We got too many good players for that. And then who else is gonna get off the 40-man? Maybe Kimbrel? Yeah, Kimbrel probably. Although we did move him up last season, but now we got Gagne, so we don't really need to. We're gonna move him off the 40-man. Did I do it? Is he off? Yeah, he's off. Okay, perfect. Yay! Now we have a 40-man roster that I'm fine with. Let me just double check, make sure that nobody that's not on the 40-man roster is going to get picked up that I would be sad about. And it doesn't look like anybody there I would care about. Jordan Montgomery can get picked up if he wants to. Like I said, with Kershaw, Richie Bush. Okay, so everybody that's not on the 40-man roster, I wouldn't be heartbroken if they got picked up in the player draft or whatever, the 5-year, or the, whatever it's called. Not the 5-year player draft. The, what's it freaking called? I can't see the name of it. Rule 5 draft. I don't know why I blanked on it for so long. The Rule 5 draft is what I was thinking of. I wouldn't be upset if any of those guys got picked up on it. We are not waiting on anybody else, and I don't think we're going to sign anybody else. If we would, it would strictly be for trade bait, but I don't think there's anybody here that would add any specific value. The A's are still waiting on Michael. I bet they're sweating like crazy, waiting on Michael Young to decide. We could come in and swoop in and steal it. That'd be pretty funny. Jim Rice is the only other guy that's a high overall that we could trade for, or that we could sign to trade for. What is he he's not interested in any offers. What about if I just throw that in? I bet he accepts that. So let's keep moving. Pittsburgh claimed Clayton Kershaw. Fine, have him. He's an 81 overall. Not a big deal. Pete Alonso signs the Rangers. Did he sign? Jim Rice has not signed with us just yet. We don't need to do any qualifying offers. We've offered arbitration. Everything's fine there. Let's keep moving. More days. Wow, nobody has signed. All players have tender contracts. Yep, we have tender contracts. Nobody's there. Perfect. Let's keep moving. Michael Young signed with the Tigers. He didn't even sign with the A's. Oh, the Tigers swoop in and steal the A's player. That's crazy. Corbin Burns signed with the Mariners. Max Fried with the Brewers. And we are still waiting on Jim Rice, aren't we? Yeah, Jim Rice still has not decided where he wants to play baseball next year. Huh. I just want to sign him and trade him. I don't even want to sign him. I don't even want to play him on the team. I just want to trade him. Roy Oswalt signs with the Rockies. Lincecum with the Padres. Baseball winter meetings. And here's the lottery. We have the 30th projection, and we will probably get the 30th projection. Who's going to get number 1, though? It doesn't matter to us, but it's still fun. Still fun to see. And it's the Yankees. Wow. Yankees are number 1 in the draft next season. Congratulations. But we're the World Series champs, so we don't freaking care. What's this? This is the Rule 5 draft. We might as well go to it just to see if anybody gets picked up. JT Brubaker. Is he going to be literally the only person? That's hilarious. He's the only person to get picked up in the Rule 5 draft. That's really funny. Jason Giambi gets traded from the Cardinals to the Dodgers for a couple of younger players. 26-year-old, not super young, but it's okay. Al Leiter signs with the Cubs. Walker Buehler with the Astros. Woodruff with the Diamondbacks. And we are still waiting on Jim Rice. What is this craziness? Why does he not want to accept anywhere? Just sign with us so we can trade you. It's not that difficult. Has Jose Bautista signed a deal? Jose Bautista, has he signed a contract? He still hasn't, really, Jose? Really? You still haven't signed a freaking contract just yet? What's your problem? Is it possible to get my man Jose Fernandez? We'll give them Bummy. We'll give him Bummy Gardner. And we'll give him Sean Green. Oh, it doesn't move much. And we'll give him Jason Bay. I hate my life. We'll give him Lou Gehrig. Ah! Okay, Lou Gehrig does it. I don't want to really give up Lou Gehrig. Lou Gehrig gets it across. I would consider giving up Wade Boggs. That is for sure. We'd have to not give up you and give up Jason Bay. No. Bryce Harper. No. Mike Trout. Mike Trout does get it done. Tough scenes out here in the streets, boys. Tough scenes. Who gets this done? What about Joe Nathan? Trevor Hoffman? Kimbrel? Nobody in the bullpen's going to get it done. Mariano, Billy Wagner, Posada? No, not even Posada. Lou Gehrig, and we can get something back. Is there anybody else that I could get who's good? There's Larry Doby. Tony Perez, and we can still get something else, even with Tony Perez. Who else do they have that I would even consider? Bo Bichette? Huh. We give up Bumgarner, Wade Boggs, and Lou Gehrig to get back Jose Fernandez. How old's Wade Boggs? Gehrig is 26. Boggs is 29. So if we were to get replacements, we'd get Tony Perez back, and we'd get Vinny Castilla, Bo Bichette. No. I don't like it. I don't like it. I wish it wasn't Lou Gehrig. I really do. I really wish it wasn't Lou Gehrig. Is it anybody else? Not a Soriano. It's got to be somebody else, right? There's got to be one other person that they want that I'm willing to give up. Why can't it just be Jason Bay? That's why we brought him in. We brought him in for trade bait, and he's not even getting the trade bait done. He's not doing his job. There's a couple people to get it across, but obviously nobody that I want to give up. Why does he have to have so much value? Vida Blue doesn't get it done. Oh, baby, baby. Johnny Bench, obviously. Maybe Fernandez isn't the guy. Maybe he's just not that guy, pal. I don't know. Who else could we go after if we were to talk about trading away Bumgarner? Randy Johnson, the big unit. Kurt Schilling? No. Trevor Bauer? No. Pedro? No. Walter Johnson? I kind of want Sandy Koufax. But Sandy's going to be a little too difficult to get. We'd have to give in Wade Boggs. But if we give up Wade Boggs, their third baseman sucks. Jeff Bagwell, Craig Biggio. Craig Biggio can't play third base. Oh. I don't know. This is difficult to try to figure out what to do here. Keep sitting. Jim Rice finally signed. Shane Bieber signs with the Padres. Glasnow signs with the Blue Jays. Mets have 41 on the 40-man. Well, that's easy enough. We can just trade Jim Rice because now he's here. And he's got crazy good value. Okay, so this is what we were waiting for, boys. This is what we were waiting for. Who can we get? We get Jackson Holiday? Oh yeah. Oh, okay. We can get some players. We can get some people who play baseball. That is for sure. Is it A-Rod? I don't think it's going to be A-Rod. Why is he so difficult to get? Alex Rodriguez. Why? Fine. I'll give it up for now. But I will get you, A-Rod. I will have you on my organization. Who do we want? Who do we want? Who do we want? Who do we want? I don't know. I don't know what we want. Do we want Frank the Tank? Maybe. We can get Milky. Milky. Ooh, Manny. Manny. We just played him. And we could ruin this A's organization even further by trading for Manny Ramirez. That could be really fun. I would lower his age because I don't think 34 is a good enough age for him. I'll lower it to maybe like 30 or 29 or something like that, if I can. Same thing with Jose Fernandez. But Jim Rice could give us Manny Ramirez, which could be very fun. But also, we could use this deal to get Jason Bay out of here and then throw in something else. Like, who do you want? Who tickles that fancy of yours? Willie Peralta? Andrew Baker? Oh! And Willie Peralta. Well, I don't want either of these guys, so take them. Maybe I want one of them. Kevin Kopps does it. And you know what? You can have him. Jason Bay and Kevin Kopps or Manny Ramirez. Bada bing, bada boom. We're making them moves, baby. And we're making the A's worse. That's always a good thing. And we still kept Jim Rice. We kept him around. Look how good I am. I'm a freaking genius. I'm a freaking genius, boys. I'm making the biggest of money moves. We do need to get a backup for Jeter, though. Because Jeter was struggling last season with stamina. He was real show. Wander Franco. Yikes. Trey Turner, Jimmy Rollins, Barry Larkin. Could be fun. Tulo? Ooh, a little Tulo action? A little Tulo action up in the club? But then there's A-Rod. But he'd be playing. I'd play him at third base. Nomar? No. There's Michael Young. We definitely need to get a backup for Jeter because he can't be having the stamina situations that he was having. So Jose Reyes, I'm intrigued by. I am very, very intrigued by Jose Reyes. But who is the guy? Kimbrel, Nathan. Nathan does a little good chunk of movement. Kenley doesn't really do much, but I'll throw him in there just for the giggles. And it's Wade Boggs. Wade Boggs moves the needle. And the problem with this is I'd have to trade Sean Green for a third baseman, a backup third baseman. So can I do that? I guess we'll find out because I'm doing the deal. Jose Reyes, welcome to the New York Mets. You've got yourselves a backup, Jeter. You got yourselves a backup. Wade Boggs plays third base, and they need a third baseman, so you're welcome. Now we got to go get a backup third baseman because Miguel Cabrera is 41 years old. So this is where we use Sean Green, who was the trade bait, and we go look for a third baseman replacement or backup for our our new man, David Wright. And it could be Austin Riley, who I do really like. I like Austin Riley a lot. That could be a good pickup. Also, it could be Matt Chapman. Maybe. Or it could be Nolan Arenado. Probably not, but maybe. Devers, Mike Schmidt, Pete Rose. But he hasn't signed yet. Darn you, Pete. Darn you. You're on arbitration. Maybe we wait a little bit. Ryan Braun. When did Ryan Braun play third base? I don't know. Martinez, Longoria. That's the good version of Longoria. There's the good version of Miguel Cabrera, but he hasn't signed either. Let's wait a little bit. Let's hold off on the deal. We made some big moves. We definitely did. But now we got to figure out that, what's it called? 40-man rotation. Or did we fix it? Oh, we did. We have 39. Perfect. We just got somebody on the big boy club. Who doesn't want to be on the big boy club? I don't know, because I need to turn you into a relief pitcher. Hopefully that doesn't hurt your overall. Did it? He's a 92 instead of a 96. Move him back. Move him back. All right, perfect. Oh, no, he's 94. He went down 2. I thought he was 96. So we have 1, 2, possibly 3, 4, 5, 6 guys in the bullpen. That's a lot of guys in the bullpen. It's really a lot. So what we do is, who has movement? Clay Holmes has movement, but he hasn't signed a contract with it, has he? Can I move him down? Yeah, he hasn't signed his arbitration yet. So maybe we do move him down, just not yet. Who is gonna be getting moved down? It's got to be a pitcher. It's got to be a pitcher. I have too many pitchers. It's gonna be David Price. David Price back down to AAA. He dominated AAA last season. He had like 20 wins or something like that. So he dominated, absolutely dominated. So that'll be fine for that. We can move on to salary arbitration. Manerick signs with the Brewers. Brewers signed a couple guys. And let's simulate all the way to arbitration hearings so that we can finally figure out these deals. Gleyber Torres signed with the Dodgers. Willie Adames signs with the Rockies. But here are the arbitration deals. Perfect. So Stargell goes to the Guardians. Sandberg goes to the Rockies. Goldschmidt signs with the Orioles. O'Neill Dodgers. Paulo Lopez Marlins. We do not win this one. Oh, no, we do. We do. They sign with us. So Michael Chavis agrees to $700,000. Then the panel signed with us again. So Luke Mailey's 1.1. Then we go to the next day. They sign with us again. Jeff Hoffman signing for $930,000. And then the final couple is they signed with us, 3.3. Wow, that's the first time I've ever had it where they signed with us every single time. Okay. I don't think I've ever had a situation where the panel sided with us every single time. So now everybody's back on contracts. Everybody's got contracts, whether arbitration or not. Now we can work out who we really want on this roster. And I want to... Jose, really? You haven't signed a contract yet? Let's keep moving. Okay, we are at the final days. If Jose Bautista still hasn't signed yet, I'm going to freak out. What is going on? He's restricted. Is he just going to fall into free agency? No, he's going to sign. He's going to sign on a one-year deal on the final day. It's going to happen like that. Whatever. Who do we need to trade for? Oh, we need to trade for a third baseman. That's right. A backup. So did Miguel Cabrera signed his arbitration deal? But is Miguel Cabrera the guy? Or is it... Could be Austin Riley. Or is it Pete? Is it Petey Boy? Little Petey Pump. Sean Green pushes a lot of the value down. But I don't think I have anybody else. Mariano Rivera doesn't do much. Clay Holmes doesn't do much. They don't even want anybody else. Pete Rose is not possible for the value that I have. So that means Chipper. But this is the old Chipper. I don't want that Chipper. Where's the other Chipper? There's the other Chipper. Oh, that's right. He plays for the A's. We could ruin the A's even more, but I don't want to ruin the A's even more. I kind of do, but not really. Austin Riley is really one of the guys that I'm looking at here to be my backup third baseman because I do like Austin Riley. He's a good power guy. But is he fun? He's not really like a big fun legend name. So Miguel Cabrera is that. And this is the young, athletic Miguel Cabrera. I'll give you the old Miguel Cabrera back. You can have him. But what else? What else do we give? Can he play second base? He can't play second base. Do I have anybody else that can play second base? Jose Reyes can. Yeah, he can. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Ooh, Clay Holmes almost does it. Kimbrel, no. Ooh, Felix has a lot of value. But I don't want to give up King Felix. I could give up Babe Ruth, but I like Babe Ruth for the hitting factor. And because we have Babe Ruth and Shohei Ohtani on the same team. And the fact that Shohei is older than Babe Ruth is just funny. How did he do hitting-wise? Oh, that's right, he didn't hit. Oops. But Babe Ruth did. But getting young Miguel Cabrera could be interesting. Is that a good idea? Because then he'd be backing up David Wright. And our starting rotation would be Maddox, Clemens, Ohtani, Bumgarner, and Hernandez. Is that a World Series winning rotation? Maybe. To get a backup third baseman, giving back our older version of Miguel Cabrera. Let's do it. Signed, sealed, delivered. We got ourselves a backup third baseman. In the same guy that we had, just younger. Okay, so now we have to move somebody back down. We have our pitching rotation. We have our bullpen figured out. Backup and starting catcher. Backup and starting first baseman. Backup starting second baseman, but we have some good third basemen. We have 2 good shortstops. We have too many outfielders, I think. We have to move on from one of these outfielders. I don't know who it's going to be. We can also add some guys to the 40-man roster, which we'll probably do. Who do we not need? Probably not Mike Trout anymore, because we have Willie Mays and Mickey Mantle. And Willie Mays plays right field anyway. So we probably, that's kind of sacrilege to move on from Mike Trout. Michael Fishman. I don't know who this Leo Lucero guy is, but he is a very intriguing prospect. Where is he at? What does he play? Leo Lucero. Oh, there he is. Plays right field. I don't know who this is, but they keep throwing him at me. He's very intriguing. I might have to throw him in the deal just because. Who else did they have with him? Mason Wynn. I want A-Rod. I can't get A-Rod. Let's see. Roberto Clemente. Jackie Robinson. We can get some good players for Mike Trout, obviously. There's Randy Johnson. We can get Austin Riley and Corbin Carroll. Huh. And Jose Urquidy. That's an interesting one. Is that Greinke? Greinke! Cesar Sabathia. I don't know what decision to make here. We can obviously get some very good players. But what's the right move? What is the right move? This would be a value pick, getting Dylan Cease, Valera, and McLean. I like this one. This one's intriguing me a lot. From the Nationals, getting Austin Riley, so we end up getting him anyway. Corbin Carroll and Jose Urquidy. That one definitely is tickling my fancy. And I love it when my fancy gets tickled. But this one's also cool. Reed Detmers, Henry Davis, and Randy Arozarena. We got to do something because Mike Trout's kind of the odd man out, I feel like. He's kind of just the odd man out. Out of everybody, he's the guy that I'd want to trade, so can I use him to get Bo Jackson? Ooh, I just thought about that. What's Bo Jackson playing in this? Is he left field? Bo Jackson. Or Ted Williams. Ooh. Ooh. Little Ted action? But then that'd just be replacing an outfielder that we don't really need. I like that deal with the Nationals, I think it was. Yeah, Austin Riley, Corbin Carroll. Oh, no, they'd be giving me somebody else. Okay, let's just go to the Nationals directly. So they would be giving me not Andrew Jones. I tried. Let's see. They'd be giving me Austin Riley. They'd be giving me Corbin Carroll. And then who else on this roster can I snag? I mean, I know that Jose Urquidy was on the table. But if I can, like, upgrade slightly, then I wouldn't be mad at it. Ron Mauriciano. Billy Wagner doesn't do it. Don't want to get Yadier Molina. There's got to be somebody else. Marcus Silva, he's old, or he's young. There's some guys that I could maybe snag here. Robert Hassel III, nice prospect. Dave Parker. I want to capitalize on that. I want to make this as valuable as possible because we're giving up Mike Trout, one of the best of all time. So I want to make sure that we're getting enough value back. Sandy Alcantara could be really good, but probably not the right pick. Not Ed Walsh. I'm interested by this Ron Marinaccio is how you pronounce it, I think. I'm intrigued by it. He had some good seasons here and there. He's getting a little bit better. I have... which version of Billy Wagner? I have 29-year-old Billy Wagner. They have 27-year-old Billy Wagner. Oh, this is before he's traded to the... whatever team he's on afterwards. What team does he go on to after that? Philly. So, this Billy Wagner is probably after that. I mean, it has both the stats, but... this Billy Wagner's from the Astros. This Billy Wagner's from the... what's that say? It also said from the Astros. Okay, interesting. I could give them my Billy Wagner. So no, that's stupid. We're just swapping Billy Wagners. There's no point in that. Carlos Delgado. Do I want Carlos Delgado? I mean, he's a fun player to have. But is that really the value for Mike Trout? And then I'd have to throw in somebody else. I don't know who I'd throw in. Probably a shortstop like Jordy Barley, I guess. Is this the deal? Austin Riley, Corbin Carroll, and Delgado for Trout, and basically Trout. Who's their center fielder right now? Their center fielder is Andrew... oops, I didn't mean to do that. Their center fielder is Andrew Jones, Dave Parker, and... oh, so they just moved somebody to left field. I think this is the move. We grab Corbin Carroll, who's a nice young player. I think this is what we do. We're going to accept this deal. Mike Trout leaves. He goes to the Nationals. We pick up some good players. Delgado will go down to AAA, right? He can? Actually, he can't. Riley should be able to, yeah. So Riley will go down to AAA. Who else is going to go down? Corbin Carroll will definitely go down to AAA. And then I kind of wanted to move Bryce Harper up to the bigs, but it doesn't seem like I'm going to be able to. And I'm going to have Carlos Delgado go down. I can't have 3 first basemen up in the bigs, right? That's crazy. But I can't move anybody else down. I kind of wanted Bryce Harper up. Should have thought about this a little bit more. I should have thought about that before trading for Delgado, because he can't really go down. I can move Pujols down, but I'm not going to do that. Do I think somebody grabs him? Probably, and then that's just a waste of a guy. So I don't want to do that. Who in the bullpen can go down? Clay Holmes can go down. I might move Trevor Hoffman down. You know what? Screw it. If he gets picked up, I don't freaking care. If he gets picked up. Did I do it? I think I did it. Okay. So those are going to be the guys. We're going to advance. Today's the last day for contracts. That's going to be the last day for that's going to be all for trading and all that stuff. So that is what we've got for this episode. I hope you enjoyed this off-season episode. It was a lot. We did a lot of stuff in this offseason episode. We did a lot of trades, signed some players, and we're ready for opening day. We're not going to do spring training like we don't normally do spring training in this series, but we are going to go right to opening day. Off camera, I'm going to figure out the roster, make sure everybody's where they need to be, and then get the starting rotation ready, get the lineup ready for opening day for the next episode. So we're ready to go for year number 3 and defend our World Series crown. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, leave it a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I truly appreciate it, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.